There we go. All right. Good morning. It is Wednesday, which means we're doing some Starfinder prep on Fantasy Grounds Unity. Start off with a quick quote. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ooh, once again, I messed up with the saying what it is. So let's fix that. That is probably the thing I've done the most. Okay. Awesome, awesome. There we are. So today we are starting the second book. We want to make sure I have it. I'm like 90% sure I do. So we go to our library. And we look for Dawn of Flame AP2. I don't see it here, so let's go to modules. Maybe I don't have it. Here it is, AP2. Load. Load. We also have AP3, which is great. Time for some Terrible Flute Day. All right. Nothing better to wake you up than a Terrible Flute, say, play or... All right, so we have our Dawn of Flame loaded now. There we are. And so now one way you can look at things, if you're not familiar with it, is the reference manual. Zinlu, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I saw you last night playing COH. I was in the middle of a task force with my villain. So I was not able to join you. I mean, not my villain, with one of my, I had just given up. I was like, man, a little frustrated because it's taking so long to level up my villain. And so I was like, well, I'm going to switch gears a little bit because I've been playing my villain solo. And that's the only thing I've been playing for a while. So I switched it up, switched to my hero, and got invited to a task force. So leveled her up quite a bit. Anyway, welcome, welcome. Task force went well. Everybody stayed. One guy was about to wuss out, and we were like, "Well, we're almost done today." So finished it. It was the one with all the clockwork. I forget the name. The big bad guy, baddie, Bamboozle or something like that. I know it's not right, but um, in Skyway City. So it was fun. Good times, good times. Lots and lots of clockwork, and lots of controllers. So Earth controllers and stuff, and a couple of the um, floating worm people. Uh, Synapse, yeah, that's right, Synapse. Yep, we're in the party, so it made it a little confusing because I was a hand-to-hand guy. Uh, so and every time we had fights, you had all this Earth coming up around people and stuff. So it was a bit chaotic, but hey, when you have a full team and a full going up against baddies like that, it gets chaotic. And that's part of the fun of it. If it was like that all the time, I wouldn't like it. But every once in a while, it's fun to just have a group of 6 people just go in and just rail on things. It was awesome. And luckily, we didn't have a whole lot of healers. There was one guy who had help, who had 8 other. That was the extent of our healing. But I was a tank with a vulnerability, and the more people that are around me, the harder I am to hit. So, and then there were a lot of people who were buffing us with, I had this extra armor on me and speed and other stuff. So, um, it was pretty fun. Very different dynamics than usual. All right, so one thing you can do is as you open up these modules, you can go to the reference manual, and that's what this is. And this is almost like having the PDF in front of you. Um, and so we'll go here to, so here's, shows you the covers and stuff. Um, you can see the outline. So the first part they're going to be doing is they're in the Deep Cultures Institute, which is sort of like a think tank. And there's going to be a robbery there. And players don't know this, but the whole robbery is sort of a fluke to get them distraction, I should say. Well, their main goal is the information in the mainframe. That's what this group has been paid to get. Um, but in the meantime, they're also looting the displays. It's like a museum as well. And then second part is they're going to have to go back to track down the people that steal the data. And then the last one, after they do that, is oh, so there's two steps to that. They find out more information, and they go to the last one. Cool. So they begin the adventure at 3rd level. Yep. Um, and then they'll be 5th level by the time they're done. Cool, 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 cool. So here's the background for the adventure. Gives you a lot of details as to what's happening. Um, and this is the end of the adventure. Not sure why they have concluding the adventure first. All right, so here's what's going to happen. We're going into they're staying, as I mentioned, at the Deep Cultures Institute. So we're going to pull up that map. And while they're sleeping, they're going to, okay, so where's the map, folks? Let's see, what is this? No. Yeah, these were all just weird. They don't have, so whoever made the reference manual messed up a little bit there, but that's all right. We'll find the image here. Let's see. We could search by book and go to AP2. But I think I'm just going to type deep. Okay, that did not work. All right, so how about Institute? Nope. All right, so second idea, we'll do what I said. Go to the Dawn of Flame AP2, a museum. Okay, that's weird. So a museum of endosolar sciences. They don't call it that, except for maybe once. in the whole AP. It's always called the Deep Cultures Institute, DCI. Anyway, so this is the player version? Yes, it does. Okay. Yes, it is, rather. So here it is, GM Museum. All right, so there's my map. So we're going to get rid of the Horizon House, which is the one we were using before. We're going to get rid of this storyline. Here's another image. Get rid of. And now we're going to add the GM and the player version of the maps down here. My hotkeys, so that way I don't have to look for them. I can just find them. And then we'll take a look and see. Make sure they did all of the line of sight, which they did. Players are going to start over here in the barracks. So I'm going to open up the combat tracker. Looks like we may have lost Loki. I mean, not Loki, Virgie. Which is a shame because he was one of the hand-to-hand fighters. The only hand-to-hand fighter in the group. Oh, no, Twitch. No, Twitch is a mechanic, so he acts like a hand-to-hand fighter, but really shouldn't be. Anyway, so we're going to put Loki and Orindor and Twitch together in this room. And then we'll put Doc and Loki together in this room. All right, so there you go. I am going to turn on the ambient lighting. Ambient lighting. So it's going to be night. So let's see what we've got. We've got dawn, sunlight, dusk, moonlight. Let's see moonlight, what that does. Is that just for that one area? I want it for the whole space. So let's see how that looks. Preview. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm checking to see. Okay, so I thought the ambient lighting was for everywhere. I guess it's not. So I'm going to go with sunlight. Let's turn this off. Oh, I put them in the bathroom. That's why. All right, boom. Let's see here. There we go. All right, so now we do have ambient lighting everywhere. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I was correct. Ambient lighting is sun. Okay, good. So now we're going to turn off line of sight and turn it on. So what this does is, because I had moved him around, actually I do want to have them show. I do want them to know where everything is. So we're going to quickly move the tokens through, and I'll show you what that does here in just a moment. So let's go with Player preview. So you can see those are still visible. I am going to turn the grid down right now. Click the grid up here, click the tint color picker, turn down the grid. You can also change the color of the actual grid itself. I'm happy with the color it is. I just don't want it as bright. All right, so he would have known. Oh, so what that does is it exposes where he's been. Let's go back to play mode. He knows about the offices. And yes, he knows it. So again, I'm just moving him around to where anywhere he would have known about, anywhere he would have been during this time. So he could have his everything filled in on his line of sight. It doesn't need to be shift anymore. I can just move him. And would he have been in here? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, why not? We'll say he could have gone into this secured area. All right, so there we go. So now you can see he sees the general layout of the whole place. There are some offices and some places that he hasn't been, but for the most part, what was this? This is that's the elevator. He would know about the elevator. All right, there we go. So, and he would know about this bottom hallway. So now we stick it back over here. And now we do the same thing with Loki. I'm just going to move him out. So as a DM, as a player, you can't move. And even as a DM, you can't move them through locked doors and such. But if you hold shift, it allows you to go through the line of sight areas. I'm going to open this door so we can let these other people do this same thing. Make it a little easier just to use the arrow keys to move them around. Alright, and Loki is a technomancer, so we'll say yes, he would have known about this room. Again, we want to open the door. And what this is doing is I have my player vision preview mode. Atomic Squad, hello, 10:57. 5 minutes ago. Sorry, I was otherwise engaged. It's a little late to give the alert, but Atomic is in the house. So Atomic has been doing some different games for October. Yesterday he was did his Gems of War. He did a little Asphalt on Monday, but then switched over to other games. So it looks like he did RIP. He was doing some Metroid. Mine is one blank. I presume he finished that because he estimated it would take about 6 hours, and so he had put almost 4 in it by the last time I'd seen. So I'm sure Metroid is done now. As far as Metroid games go, it was actually pretty cool. Um, Lots of cutscenes, lots of neat interactions and such. So it was pretty cool. I was impressed. Dread, that's right. Metroid Dread. About an hour left to go, he says. Nice, okay. Forgot to let Doc go to the bathroom. There we go. We'll say Doc is not a man of habit, so he's used 3 different toilets. So again, when soon as they come on, they'll see this map, and they'll see that they have full access to all of this, what they see. All right, so now we do the same thing with Twitch. It should go faster now because we have open doors. So we go wee, zip, zippity doo dah through the door, wee, down the stairs, through the exhibits, make this a little bit bigger. I thought I opened that door. Oh, it's Twitch is not on a square. There we go. Yay. Oh, that door's closed. Boink. All right, there we go. So now we just need to show him. And he has seen the bathroom. All right. Last is Orndor. Wee. A little sneak. All right. And there we go. Oh, and the elevator. I forgot to show the elevator to a couple of them, but that's all right. I'm going to say the halfling has looked in a lot of these doors, so he will know more than some of the others because he's curious and quote unquote accidentally went through some of these doors. I don't even know if Twitch uses the traditional bathroom, but that's all right. This is Starfinder. This is the future. I'm sure they have some ways to figure that out. All right, so there we go. So now we see what our map looks like. The bad guys are over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and put them on the map. Let's find the story entry so we can put that down here. Close our reference manual. Don't know why Loki got opened by mistake. Close our images. Alright, so now we go to our, this is what the map looks like I said. There you go. Oh, nice. Where is the story? Going down to Dawn of Flame 2. Soldiers of Brass. And yeah, this one's called Soldiers of Brass. That's the outline for Soldiers of Brass. What we want is, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off. I don't like that they have, these are all the same. The numbering is all the same. You would think they would put AP1, AP2, AP3. I'm going to actually change that right now. So let's go to Edit Groups. And so Dawn of Flame, AP1. I'm going to make this 1. So it's 1.1. Dawn of Flame, Soldiers of Brass is 2. AP1 is 1. Soldiers of Brass, 2. So what this is going to do is this is going to separate them 1 and make it easier to read. Oops, I clicked on the button. See, so now they're all together. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. So we'll go back to our zeros and finish doing what we were doing. Going to Edit Groups. Soldiers of Brass is 2. AP1. And when I add the storyline for the third part, I'll do the same thing. Soldiers of Brass Part 2. 2. Because I don't want to get rid of the AP1 information. Because if I need to refer back to something, I want to be able to do so. Dawn of Flame. Soldiers of Brass. 2. All right. Stop editing. Boom. Close it and open it again. So now, all right, well, it will resort here in a minute. Anyway, we want 2.1. Dawn of Flame. Nope, we want 2.2. No, we want 2.3. We'll get there. We'll get there. Here it is. Part 1. All right, what's going on? I broke it, folks. I broke it. Open up the story. Part 1, deep cut. Here we go. All right, event 1 is false alarm. So what's going to happen is these people are going to break in, the alarm is going to go off, and the hacker is finally going to turn off the alarm and say, disregard the last alarm. This is just a grabbing the Elmer's glue. Thank you, Zinlo. Appreciate it. This is just a false. This is just a test. So just ignore it and go back to your business. And of course, there's a way of determining whether that is false. Whether they figure it out or not, their contact contacts them and says, "Hey, would you go look check it out?" And there's all the different ways that they can check it out. Here we go. All right, so here's the maps. Here's all the details of all the different rooms. The Bloodshots. Da, da, da. That's the name of the gang. So it's actually almost like a family thing. They're all the Keshtis, which is oh, I'm in all. There we go. So these are little short guys. They're only about 2 feet tall, but they can squirt blood out of their eyes. They're pretty cool. Live on the desert planet of Akaton, where the group was just on before. All right, so let's see. Here we go. Waiting room. So I'm looking for the actual encounters. Another way to do that is to go here to your encounters. Boom. What I am going to do is take this, put this down here, drop it into my hotkeys. Now I can go here to Dawn of Flame 2. So here's all, these are in alphabetical order. Again, the way I do it is when so see how it says 1A04 waiting room? That should be here. Waiting room should say 1A04. So they're all in order. And if I don't have to sit there and try to find, gee, where is this one? Boom. Here's the waiting room. Yeah, he has a glitter bomb. It's funny. That encases them in glitter and makes them harder, easier to see. Makes it harder for them to hide. And then exhibit balcony. Here it is, exhibit balcony. Boom. All right, why is there no token for this guy? It's not even a letter token. That's weird. Not a problem though. Robot. So let's look for a robot in our tokens. Robot. And this is a observer class security robot. Observer class. Oops, gotta open it. Gotta unlock it, baby. Boom. There we go. Unlocked. All right. So it was placed though without a token. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them to the map. So let's go ahead and get rid of this player preview so we can see. We'll get rid of lighting, get rid of all that stuff, make it a little brighter for us to see. We're going to add these to the combat tracker. When we add them into the combat tracker, they show up. So there's one here, here, and here. I do want to close these doors again. Go to our play mode, good. Okay. Close, 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 close. Closing the doors. All right. So now we have our bad guys set up. They're probably going to bleed into the people down here, which is the Geology Exhibits. I want to have them all set up because it's just one building. And this is a balcony area here. and it goes down. This is a little area here, and it goes down. So as they engage him, they'll be able to hear it, and as they are engaged, they'll be able to hear it. Depending on what they do, if they throw any grenades or do any loud spells, these people might hear when they are fighting him, so we'll see. So let's find the geology exhibits in our encounters. Geology exhibits. Add it to the combat tracker. And then last, so I'm going to add some numbers to these because I don't like the fact that it says 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they run into Thug 4, they'll think, oh, hey, there's still 3 more somewhere. Be careful. So we're going to add some numbers to it. So let's go with a 12-sider. And we're going to roll it 4 times. And we're going to change it to, so we're going to add a 2 to this one. We're going to add a 6 to this one. We're going to add a 5 to this one. And we're going to add a 3 to this one. There you go. All right, and then the last one is, I don't think there's renovation area. Oh, it does have an encounter, huh? Renovation area. And I don't normally add all of these. Oh, yeah, he's a tough guy. All right, so we're going to add, the heat doesn't happen until they actually go into here. But also there's the A. I don't like the A. We're going to change the token. He's a solar adapted air elemental. And there was a picture of him, and he looked just like a fire elemental. So we're going to go with fire. Lots of cool different ones to pick from. I'm going to choose this one after I unlock it. I'm not going to add him yet because he won't leave this area. So they won't find him until they actually go into this area. So he's good. Same thing with these other 2 encounters. I'll add them when they happen. I don't know that we're even going to get that far because there's quite a lot of people to take care of, and they may move back and regroup and take a rest. So we'll see. All right, so that gives us an idea of what's going on and where to go. I read through all this. I actually have the physical book. So I've been reading through it. I know what's going on. Makes it nice because I have the physical book. I don't always with Fancy Grounds. But like I said, the reference manual is there. The storyline is here. So you can read what's going on and know what's happening. All right, and that's the nice thing about these APs is there's not a whole lot else I need to do at this point, but I am going to check because they leveled up to level 3. First of all, check my book, handy dandy book, and we got to see if I have any things to tell myself. Dawn of Flame, add 2d4 to entropic pool, add prone to dive for cover for Twitch. All right, so that's something I need to do. Don't need to worry about the entropic pool because that player's not playing anymore. All right, so we go to Twitch. So he has a special thing he can do called dive for cover. I want to say it's a feat. Let's see. Go to his abilities. Dive for cover. It is a feat, level 1 feat that he got. All right, so they have not leveled up. Okay. So he's going to have another one as well. All right, so when you attempt a reflex save against an area attack, you can fall prone in an adjacent square and roll that reflex save twice. So all I'm going to do is go here to Actions. As we break Fancy Grounds. All right, and now we look here, Feats and Race. Dive for cover right here. All right, so we added this so that it shows here, dive for cover, special against area effects and attacks. But we don't have the actual prone, so we're going to go ahead and go here, right click. In this in this box right here, right click, and we're going to add ability action, and that is going to be an effect. It is going to be the target is going to be self, applied to self, and it is dive for cover, prone, and we'll open it up with a magnifying glass. The duration is 1 round. Actually, it's not duration, it's until he gets back up. So, all right, so let's test it and see. We're going to open up one of the people. We'll try Thug Boy here. Right, here's Twitch. He's not hurt. So right now, if Thug Boy tries to attack him with his long sword, it's a +4. He rolled a 1. Awesome. So now Twitch adds the dive for cover prone to himself. And now when he attacks, it doesn't show that he's prone. Let me go to the effects. So I'm going to go here to effects, get rid of the prone, add prone to him, check it and see if it shows then. Defensive effects -4. So why didn't this work? Prone, it should work. Let's go to here, boom. All right, so let's try it this way. We'll get rid of all the type and we'll just go prone. Add it. Okay, and now if he attacks, yeah, it worked. All right, so that's what we'll do. Get rid of it to make sure he's not prone. All right, so we have done what we set out to do. Added the effect to him. Awesome sauce. Alright, so now I just need to get my players to get off their butts and level up. Going up to level 3. 3 is not a huge one. In D&D it is. The 3 you get to add you get to choose your special things, your special class, um, your class specializations. But in Starfinder it's not. Alright. Alright, well I have a lot of more, so that's pretty much it for this. We're all set. Until my players level up, I can't add the coding to their stuff. So next week, that's almost assuredly what I'll be doing is adding coding for their feats that they pick, because you get a feat at level 3, and the any other things that they picked up along the way. Let me check and see. I thought one of them did level up. Let's see. Yes, so Orindor did level up. Good. Um, so let's check him and see if he needs anything coded. I think I did them all already. So he picked skill synergy for his feat, which makes it nice. So what that does is it allows you to choose 2 skills. They become class skills for you. He was trying to be a jack of all trades. So he had ranks in a bunch of different stuff that aren't class skills for him. And that's fine. So like acrobatics here. What is this? What does that symbol mean? I don't know what that symbol means. I've never seen it before. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Anyway, um, that's a free skill. That's a class skill. And that's just a symbol. Interesting. So if it's a class skill, you get a bonus. So for example, here his dex, his ranks is 2. He has a +2 to his because of his dex. That gives him a 4. And then he has a bonus because of his race. So it gives him a 6. So it's a 6. Whereas if a sleight of hand is a class skill here, so he has +1, +2 for his dex, so that's 3. But because it's a class skill, he gets an extra 3 because he's been taking classes on it and trained in it, so it's a 6 also. If he makes acrobatics a class skill some way by using another that feat again, it becomes 6. So he added athletics and stealth to his class skills. So now he has a 8 stealth and a 9 or an 8 athletics. Yep. So that was his feat. He added all of the ranks that he needed to add, so that's great. And then other abilities he gets as class. I think I did the tech lower already. +1 computers and mysticism, okay. And weapon specialization. And yes, I did this weapon specialization. So I have a special extension that helps with the weapon specialization. He picked all of his classes and his skills. All right, postcaster pistol. All right, so he's all set. So you notice the grenade uses dex, so it's a straight +4 because it uses his dex. But because he has weapon specialization, he has a +6. I mean +5 with his pistol, and then he also does extra damage because of his weapon specialization. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Little family aggro. Just checking something. Okay. Checking it out. Yep. Okay, so he's double proficient because he has weapon focus, and he is specialized in it, which does damage. Cool. All right. So we're all set, ready to go with him. He is finished. Yeah, so that's all the stuff you have to do for Starfinder. And by have to do, you don't have to do those things. I just like to make it easier for my players. Try to, code everything for them, get them all ready to go. All right, so that's just set. We're ready to rock and roll. If you guys missed it, if any of you out there are Starfinder fans, we did a Starfinder one-shot called Band on the Run, where we were musicians, and Jingo was the one who was the DM, so the game master. So I was not, I was a player. It was a lot of fun. It's only a couple hours, and it's on my U's and Tubes. Yep, Atomic was here for that. So check it out. If you want to see how this plays out, it'll be not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday uh, night at 5:30 to 8, and that's left coast time, Pacific time. And this week we're doing finishing up book 4 of the Dead Suns campaign. They're level 10, so that's a different animal. And they're having their big boss fight. They're in the middle of that. So if you want to come by and check that out, don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll be messing around tomorrow at some point doing some Magic the Gathering and or City Heroes. Later on today, I'll probably be doing one of those two as well. No guarantees. Tonight, normally I stream a D&D game, but tonight this is the once a month campaign that I don't stream. So I'll catch you guys sometime later today or tomorrow. Whatever else, don't forget to check out Zinlu and Atomic Hero Squad. Follow them on Twitch. They're amazing. And whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.